Hello and welcome back. And if you are new here, I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. In this video, I have count them, 4 swing trade opportunities that I think that you're going to enjoy. I posted about them yesterday in the Patreon. One of them is already on the move. The other 3 have yet to happen yet. So it's a wonderful time to take a look and see if that potential turns into something tradable for us. And I think that that could happen in the near future. Remember, none of this is financial advice. You do your own research, your own work, and make a decision. I'm just here to bring the opportunities to you as I see them. So with that said, I do want to let you know that in this video, we'll be featuring the Moomoo app, and later on, I will tell you how you can get up to 16 free stocks by using my link that's down in the description. In the meantime, I do want to get right over to the Moomoo app itself. So let's jump over there. And let's start looking through the stock. So the very first one that I have for you is Teradyne, and that ticker symbol is TER. So for Teradyne, we actually had, in the past, we had an inverse head and shoulders, and it sort of broke out above the neckline a little bit and then sort of tapered off from there. However, another little inverse head and shoulders set up for us. Better though this time, we're up above the 200-day and above the 50-day, so we're looking very bullish on that one. So the neckline for this one's right at about $112, and you can see, if I zoom in here, you can see that we've already started moving up above that. And what I have for that, and I'll share the images with you as well to really summarize these entry and exit and stop values that we have. I had that it's in at $113 per share, and I actually did enter this position yesterday, and I currently have my stop placed at $110 per share, which would take us all the way down. There we go, right about there. So that'd be a $3 loss, which would be about 3% should it drop back down that way. And for Teradyne, I actually have the exit on this one to be up at $120 per share, which, let me zoom out a little bit. 120 is up this way a good bit. There we go. So that's $6 up for $3 down. That's a 2-to-1 risk to reward that we're looking at. So $2 reward possible for every $1 risk that goes into this. And this is something that should it hit that 110, I will likely be out of this. I already have that stop set and I already have the exit set, the sell limit set at about $120 per share. Actually, it's at $120 per share. So that's Teradyne. The next one that I have for you is either Gen or Gen Digital. I'm not exactly sure if they say the hard G or the soft G when they talk about that. So for this one is actually looking very nice. If we zoom way out, we had this double bottom here, which could be a very good sign of a bullish reversal. And so far, it's been playing out, and it is something that could possibly fake us out, especially if it stays below the 200-day. And so that's actually a play that we have setting up right now. So a double bottom is really good when you see it come off an extended sell-off period, and it did. And then we had the double bottom, and then we see the reversal come off of that. There's another minor double bottom that we have here, not quite as strong as what we'd see should it follow a long sell-off. However, we are up above the 50-day now, and we also are bumping up against resistance at about $19.25. So we do want to watch that one. Should this break up above the 200-day, we could see that bullish reversal continue, and then this longer-term downtrend that we have here. Actually, there's the stops and stuff. It's not too well to read on there. I have a better view for you. Like I said, I will share those towards the end of this video. So if we should break up above this, which lands us at about where that 200-day does as well, that could be very, very good for Gen Digital. So that's something to absolutely watch. So there's a small play here, but there's also a much bigger play that's worthwhile to pay attention to. Let's move into First Solar. So that ticker symbol, by the way, Gen Digital is GEN for the ticker. First Solar is next. It's FSLR. And when we go there, let me hide some of the drawings that I have on here because I don't want to be distracting. Like I said, I'm going to share that with you anyway. So for First Solar, they have managed to stay up above their 200-day, and you can see this longer-term trend bottom that they've had. And let me click on that again. There we go. Click and clack. And as long as we're bouncing off of that, as long as we're staying up above that, I know that's kind of a hastily drawn line for us, but like I said, I already have the entries and exits and stops and everything for you already drawn on this thing. So far, First Solar is still looking very bullish. We'll see if it ends up being sort of a soft season for them when earnings come out. I believe earnings for them it's the beginning of August, but we are above the 200-day. We returned back up above the 50-day. And in today's market, right now, we're waiting to see if we're going to hold that. So we actually want to watch for this thing to break up above $200 per share. And then we have a move to approximately $215 per share, which would be absolutely wonderful. That's actually way up here, all the way up to $220 per share. And like I said, I will share that. And then the stop for this one coming back down to 196. So 196 is about 2% down. If we go up to 215, that would actually, you could even you could make that a lot tighter if you wanted to. You could make it 208. That would actually be very comfortable, 2-to-1 risk to reward, which would put the odds in your favor for something like that. But 215 would be a little bit more ambitious. Of course, by going for more, by getting greedy, then you have that chance that you never actually get there. And you could do things like partial sells where you don't actually have to do the full sell. You could sell a quarter, sell half as it hits your first entry, your first exit target. And if it continues to hit your other sell limits, you can sell the rest of it then. Like I said, not advice, just ideas here. So pay attention to that. And the last one that I have for you as we look at this is my friend Etsy. And Etsy, I think, has been moving along with Amazon Prime Days. So I think these two big bumps that we see on July the 10th and July the 11th. Now, July the 11th did move us back up above the 50-day. And we actually had a little tiny bullish pennant sort of setting up. Now, the overall trend is still bearish. We got to watch for that. But we do, again, see an extended sell-off followed by a double bottom, which could signal a bullish reversal for us. Holding it up above the 50-day is going to be crucial for that. Now, for Etsy, it's a little bit different because we actually want to pass this double top that we have here because we have the psychological resist of $100 shortly after that. And so what we want to do is avoid getting stopped out too soon. So for Etsy, we have room for trading, entering up above, at or above $100. I'd rather have a close above $100 first prior to entering a trade like this one. So this is definitely one that I have not moved into yet, but it's one that I have my eyes on, and it's also part of my stock watch list that I have available through my Patreon down in the description. So make sure that you're watching out for that. So entering up above $100, staying in, hang on to like 108, 109-ish. 108 would actually put it 2-to-1 for what I have for the stop on this. Should have dropped back down to 96. So that would be 8% up for 4% down. And like I said, you could always play those things tighter, especially if you're doing it in large volumes. That could be something that you wouldn't actually need large price fluctuations in order to make a substantial amount of money or, protect yourself from substantial losses. And certainly the name of the game here is not winning every time. It'd be nice if we could, but that would make us the best traders in the world, and that's a pretty tough thing to do, to go 100% all of the time. Instead, you're looking for something that more than 50% of the time you win, or less than 50% of the time you lose. Or if you do 50-50 with a 2-to-1 risk to reward, even though you have even wins to losses, you typically have bigger wins and smaller losses, so it still ends up in your favor. So that would be an idea of the trading route. In this case, swing trading on the daily charts, like I like to use, because I don't do a lot of intraday trading. I don't do day trading hardly ever. I do that very sparingly, and it would be something that I would expect some sort of big movement to happen for some special reason. So Etsy that we have here, like I said, up above $100. The exit for this would be 108, 109, and then the stop for this, the stop loss, would be set at about $96 per share. All right, so I did say that I would show you those values on the screen, so let me transition from here over to Chrome. And like I said, through the Moomoo app, what you're seeing in this video, you can get up to 16 free stocks by using my link down in the description. You can sign up, make your deposit. You get $100, $1,000, or $5,000 for your deposit. Gets you 5 or 15 free stocks. And you can see that on your screen. If you click the link down in the description, you can read the details for yourself. Check out the $5,000 deposit. You also get that free share of Tesla or Google. Though the $100, it's a great deal. So if you only have a little bit to deposit, just that $100, you also get a $100 cash reward. So you're already up 100% in that initial portfolio that you open, and you also get the 5 free stocks from $3,000 to $2,000 in value, each one of them. So just pay attention to that. All right, so let's go to Teradyne. Teradyne, here we go. This is the summary that I have for you. So the entry would be at about 113. Like I said, I've already entered this one, and I had this posted over at the Patreon when it was around $113 per share. Actually, I put it in my Discord first because that's the easiest to get to, the quickest, followed by the Patreon once I had everything compiled for this and the other 3 stocks in this video. And then here I am on YouTube, which is the longest form to make. So I'm getting this out for you guys. Stop at 110, exits 117 or 120. So the 117 would be a little bit safer. I gave you about that 2-to-1, especially if you want to make it 116 to make it perfect, 2-to-1 risk to reward. 120 if you want to go a little bit riskier on that. But like I said, when you go riskier like that, you chance that the further you're trying to make, or not make the stock move, because you can't do that even though people try to make the stock move, especially new traders. The stock does what the stock does. So the closer that you have, the smaller price movements needed in order to make the trade successful is a much better deal. So 117, very comfortable. 120, should we get there, that's like it's a little bit riskier, but then you also have a greater chance of getting stopped out because of a sell-off instead of a rise. But I do expect this one to move up. Again, digital, this one pretty tight, and you can actually play this one up above the 200-day as well. And so waiting for a close up above the 200-day and then going long on it would be another alternative. What I have here is just stopping us short of that 200-day, assuming that it might still follow its bearish trend that it has been on. And should it break up above the 200-day, I'll do another technical analysis where then we look at trades that would go beyond that. So this is another one. You could actually exit at 1940 instead of 1960, and you're still getting that 2-to-1 risk reward with that stop being 20 cents below the entry price. And this would be a wonderful volume trade, especially at that low stock price that we have at about $19 per share. First Solar, entry at or above 200. I would watch for that close above 200 and exiting at 211 or 215. I actually think I misreported that. I think I said 215 or 220. I thought that seemed a little extreme. 211 and 215 is what I have here, and I would much rather follow that. And like I said, you could go much more comfortably 208. You can even go below the 211 and be a little bit safer on that without really trying to push things too far and really having it need to rise too much before it really gets you stopped out at the 196 instead. And then Etsy's that last one. So entry above 100, exit by 109, stop at 96. Those are the things that I have. And like I said, none of this is financial advice. These are all opportunities that I see in the market. So there are lots of other opportunities I add to my watch list all the time. Like I said, that is available through the Patreon. That link is down in the description. Moomoo is the app that I use, and right now it's earnings season, and Moomoo actually has a wonderful interface for earnings, especially on their mobile app. They've done a lot of development there that you can get live access to earnings calls. You can also see the earnings previews that are currently compiled for you, short interest, advanced trading, you name it, it's on there. Level 2. So not only are you getting access to a wonderful trading app, but you're also supporting yourself by gaining those free stocks. And you're also supporting this channel for the work that I do here for you guys, and that enabled me to continue to serve you as best that I can. And like I said, Patreon's another way for those premium members who get early access and also private Discord access where you can there you go, where you can talk directly with me and my other community members that are over there as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate the time that you put in, and I hope that you appreciate the time that I put in. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and hit me up down in the comments with any comments that you have about the video, or anything that you liked about it, or if it's just well wishes, whatever it might happen to be, greetings. I always appreciate hearing from you guys, and the community that I have, as small as it might be, is still a very wonderful and supportive community, and I appreciate all of you who are part of it, and you're welcome. Those of you who aren't part of it yet are welcome to join me at any point in time. Thank you for watching. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, learning is earning. See you in the next video.